Good evening, everyone. Great. Okay, so I guess all of us are having a lot of fun, and although we have had that, high five exercise, and I know that all of us we know each other, but still, before we start the panel, I just want a quick introduction, one introduction from all of you, your name and which institution you are representing.
I'm Ritesh Saraf, and I represent a company name is Pramilo, which is into AI SaaS cloud-based business, and we are Bangalore-based company. So this is just a quick introduction because a lot of people are there. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Suman Chatterjee. I'm representing the IIHS University. We are based in Bangalore.
Good evening. My name is Himanshu Dandotia, and I am associated with Vidyashilp University, a young interdisciplinary new age university situated in North Bangalore, just 15 minutes before the airport when you go there.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Garima Mittal, and I'm representing here Vaidehi Group of Schools, and we are based out in Whitefield, Bengaluru. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. So, as you know, today we have got a very interesting topic, which is building education brand through AI, right? So, we are going to going to have some of the very interesting discussions, some interesting topics we're going to cover, right? So, the first question to Mr. Himanshu, sir, right? So, sir, what do you feel like? How is AI going to shift this traditional marketing that we used to do to a modern tech, right? How we used to manage the student experience now, right, through the AI. How do you think this is going to change from the earlier age-old traditional marketing that we were doing earlier?
First of all, you stop calling me sir. Second, I'm not happy with the topic that says tech first world. If it is a tech first world, it's a big red flag for me. It has to be a human first world. It has to be a consumer first world. And it has to be a student first world in the context of all of us sitting here and the business that we are in. Now, I'm again not happy because you threw a question at me, most of which was answered during the previous panel by Manish and Sandeep and our child prodigy, forgetting his name. But nonetheless, I would like to just build upon that and add my 2 cents. The marketing is going to shift from, let's say, a calendar activity to sort of a living system. What it means is, it will be a system that is continuously listening, continuously learning, and continuously improvising to provide customized, hyper-personalized responses. Some of it has already started happening. We talked about the AI voice bot-based lead qualification and lead reactivation. There are modules in the CRMs like Meritto and other CRMs which let you automate the communications like email, WhatsApp, text, etc. This is just the beginning. Now, let's imagine 3 scenarios. There is a student who's surfing your website. There's another student who's stuck somewhere in the funnel. There's another student who needs better responses, or she or more curious. Now, imagine a system that is taking care simultaneously all these 3 users and responding in real time. If a human intervention is required, the system flex it to the human counselor sitting in your campus, and the counselor immediately takes over from the system. So this is what I feel that is going to happen, and the day is not far. That's what I feel.
Thank you so much, Manshu, for the answer. So, Ms. Garima, my question to you would be, in such a data-driven world, where do you see we keep the same flavor of that hyper-personalized human touch, when we take, decisions on marketing or admission, sales, right? we have a tendency now, wherein we take a lot of data-driven decisions, right? Where do you see we sync that with the human touch in these decisions while we are doing these marketing campaigns?
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you to the Meritto team for inviting me here and having me here and giving me the opportunity to speak. Data is very dear to me. My half of the day goes by looking at the data, figuring out different kinds of analysis, which I do for my entire team, and do passing on to them how they should be looking at the data. I will just give you a very recent example. I like to be on the ground at least once a week. So very recently, I met the parent who was holding a paper. Those who are not aware of, to be very honest, I work with schools. So I like to be with the ground team once in a week. A father has come along with the child and wife. He was holding a paper on which he has listed some 4 or 5 list of schools, and he has ranked the schools or rated the schools on the basis of different parameters. I asked him, sir, if I may help you out to understand where you have kept Vaidehi. So he showed me the paper, though I also saw the competitors on it. So I asked him, how are you going to validate it? So his only answer was, for that purpose, I'm here. So it means that how, as Sir rightly mentioned in the beginning, that it has to be a human-led world. Now, data can actually tell you what the parent will do or what the parent do. But it's the storytelling which is going to happen later, why they are going to choose us. So when we talk about the ground level teams or the admission counselors who are talking to the parents, it's not about any kind of software, it's not about AI, it's about how they are going to build that story around them. In today's world, 80% of the decisions are taken on the trust and emotions. It's not because of any kind of the emailers or any kind of the SMSs or the text messages which we send it to them. Parents still choose the schools the way they choose their homes. First heart and logic later. So we work on that, and that's how data comes into picture. So I always guide my team. So before having an interaction, either on call or on face-to-face interaction, read the parent through the data and then build your story around it so that you can have a 100% conversion rate.
That's a great answer, and I think that was kind of insightful. And I just have a follow-up question on that. Talking about marketing, what are the maybe couple of metrics that you probably look at every day or every week when you are kind of doing an evaluation? Maybe a couple of metrics that you can just think of, which you kind of do check maybe at least once a week.
So there are different types of metrics, though which are very regular metrics which everybody does look at. But I try to differentiate in how I can differ out my data. I believe in the panel one, what we can say evolved ChatGPT guy who was talking about. So we are these days trying to figure out what are the kind of insights, what kind of the campaigns we can run. Because the data which we get from the CRM is not the only data we want to look at. We want to figure out the insights which is going to tell us what are the user cases for us so that we can develop those kind of strategies to develop similar kind of marketing campaigns. So if I even come on to that, though AI has changed our campaigns previously 2 to 3 years before, or I should say that rather 7, 8 or 10 years before, the marketing campaigns or the performance-led campaigns were very different. But these days, what the kind of campaigns are which are being run on the basis of insights or the behavior or the content, they are way different. So I try to derive those kind of metrics from my CRM, and that's how I build my digital marketing strategies on it.
Thank you so much, Garima. My next question would be to Mr. Suman Chatterjee. Mr. Suman, what is the biggest shift in student engagement, the way we used to engage students earlier, in terms of reaching out to them, outreach activities, right? You have led outreach activities in multiple different institutions also. So with that experience in the past, so can you just give us an idea regarding what have been the change in terms of student expectation, how we have been able to kind of divert our plans and strategies as per that in terms of student engagement?
Thank you, Shubhajit. I think first let me thank the Meritto team for inviting me for this panel discussion and for this lovely event. I think, Shubhajit, seeing me, you can understand I have been in the industry for a long time. But the outreach, one part of the outreach is physical, right? That will remain as long as we are there. And it is a very important part of any admissions team, any outreach team. The physical outreach is an important part. But how do you touch a student after you have met in a class presentation or school presentation is important. Now the touch points are changing. Students no more like to receive a call. We are seeing that they are not interested to get a call from a counselor. They are more comfortable replying to a text or in a platform where they're engaged in. One is that we see. Second, you have to also understand in this counseling process and admission process, there's also another important player who takes the decision, at least at the UG level and the PG level, is the parent who has to pay for the courses, right? So they are of our age. They want to hear from you. Like Garima said, they want to talk to you, they want to come to the institution, see how the hostel is, who are going to teach them. So there are two parts we are playing here, and we are at a juncture where we have to quickly devise a strategy how to effectively catch them together. Because I have seen in my experience where a parent has decided that the college will be this, the daughter has disagreed and not taken admission in that college. Otherwise, also it happens where the daughter has decided, the father has not agreed. So there has to be, as people like us, we have to merge them too. And so we have to know the touch points for both of them so that they also sit down and hold home and they talk to each other and come to the decision of which college they want to study in. So coming back to Shubhajit, to sum up what I said is, the touch points are changing. The time when you call them, the time when you talk to them, everything's changing. You cannot talk to them in a daytime. They are more, engaged in studies, or they are not socially active that time. So you'll maybe having replies coming, emails coming late at night. Nowadays we see text messages coming late at night, but it will be that institution which is ready to respond fast enough to that person who will have the lead for that particular person. So I think we are also learning, Subhajit, in this area, and we are also trying to develop strategies and work on solution, how best we can target the student and also the influencer in the decision making.
I think, yeah, that was a very interesting point where you mentioned that, reaching out to the students when they want to be reached out. And obviously that would not be possible at a large volume when you do it manually, right? So I'm sure, as because you're already using like Meritto also, you might have seen that we have got tools wherein we can really personalize these nurturing activities. We can reach out to them the time when they are available, right? The things that they want to hear and not what we want to say, right? I think, yeah, that's a very interesting point. Anything else, Himanshu, you would want to add on that? Yeah.
Just to add on to what Suman said, outreach really needs to be omni-channel, like in other sectors. I mean, you have got an Apple experience store, you go there, you feel it, you might buy it later online. Similarly, other industries, we can take an example. While these examples may not be replicated as they are in the education industry, and unless it is a purely online program or course, there's a flow of events, outreach, touch points, one after another. Let's take an example of an undergrad aspirant. You reach out to his parents, you reach out to her parents, you reach out to this aspirant, you counsel, and then you ask them to come for an open house. Then they come for an open house, and they have a first-hand experience. After the open house, then you touch base with them again, if they have any queries. Let's say their queries are not yet satisfied. You will organize a session with the faculty member or probably the dean. And then finally, they may decide or they may not decide. So, howsoever AI might advance or any other technology tomorrow, but in brick and mortar institutions, it is going to be omni-channel.
I think just to add to what Shubhajit was asking, I think when we are away and the student is active, your bots like Nia and all are helpful.
Thank you so much. So you want to add some point? Yeah, okay. So actually I was coming to you only, so Ritesh, the next question. As I know that at Promilo you have been doing, you have been using a lot of tech to develop a couple of products internally, right? So you have been using AI also, I had a lot of discussions about that as well with you. So a lot of AI tools available, right? Since the starting of this session, we have been discussing about a lot of AI tools, and I'm sure all of us in this room have been using some AI tools. Some of you have been probably using a lot. Some of you are probably going to use more after this session also, right? So, but then any kind of challenge or any roadblocker that you have seen, which institutions might have faced, right, while trying to use a lot of technology and may not be able to use the right one at the right time for the right reason?
Okay. Fine. First of all, I would like to thank you everybody, for calling me for the opinion to share with here. See, according to me, today, tech first is the, now trust first part of it. So today, every tech what you see today, it creates a lot of trust to the user when I look forward to it. It is based on the kind of communication which we do it with the student community, or we engage with the storytelling, and with the help of technology. When you do that, it creates a lot of merge and connectivity to the student. Okay, so and there is no way you can remove the human from here. So tech plus human is the new intelligence, or we can say the differentiator factor for any of the institution or any of the colleges. So as a AI company, can we see a challenge? A challenge is definitely one piece, that when you have to integrate a tech with human, like let's say for example, like you talking about a mentorship, or you talking about a counseling or a feedback, or building a community which can interact with this particular student, top of the tech. Okay, and that is where a piece of a challenge is, which I probably see. But over a period of time, as AI is evolving, and we all are evolving as per the technology wise, the one piece on the AI which I saw that as a challenge is that over a period of time, AI, when you initially at this stage where it goes to the hallucinations by themselves, when you're using a voice AI, or when you are using a lot of different kind of a technology on the AI side of it, this is on a very learning stage. So it's growing up, but will it going to replace the human over a period of time? Technically, no, specific to the area of a mentorship or a counseling or a feedback or a community, and that's what I say as a challenge to the institution on that.
Thank you so much. I think as because we have to keep an eye on the timer as well, so keeping it a little short and crisp. Maybe one last question to all of you, one common question to all of you. Can you just name one of those AI tools that you have been using very frequently and which have actually created impact in the way you are operating? Maybe one AI tool, all of you.
See, I largely use AI Foundry, which is towards the side of voice part of it, and we develop something on that side, so that makes a lot of differences. And I believe that is on the enterprise level, not on talking about the B2C level, more on a B2B level.
Yeah, the institution, Shubhajit, if you ask me, we are still finding out what will work for us. We are a very young institution, as you know, and we have not firmed up any particular tool that we want to use, but we are definitely using NIA from this admission calendar. And we look forward to more ideas from Meritto and people like you to adopt such strategies.
Yeah, I think by the end of the session, in fact, right after the session, we have got a presentation by Suraj, and we're going to really discuss on that. And I think by the end of that session, you would be having a lot of more ideas. In fact, all of you, we are going to reveal a lot of things. So I think you should look forward to that.
So you mean the AI used by the organization, the institution?
By you.
By me, okay. So, I mean, it's difficult to name just one. I subscribed to ChatGPT Pro back in September 2022. But ever since then, Perplexity, Gamma, Suno, Kaggle. I mean, I've explored many of them, even went through a boot camp. Manish ji would be happy to know that the suggestion that he made today, there's already an implementer here who's been doing it. So, yeah, but what I really found useful in the context of an educational institution are two. One is Perplexity and second is Gamma. The browser that Perplexity has recently launched, Comet, I've really found it to be very useful, particularly when you switch on the assistant mode and ask it to take control of the browser or your mailbox or your calendar or even your Google Drive, and it just does the organization within 5 minutes, renaming uh, directory, subdirectory, everything. It's phenomenal. You just go and try.
It will be almost the same, but yes, we do keep on experimenting with different digital marketing softwares as well, like Sora is there, though ChatGPT is also used, then Perplexity is also used, Canva is used, so we have many which we are using these days. And I basically, even not even the digital marketing team, other teams, specifically the admission counselors, I always tell them to go and take the help of any of the AI software they are comfortable with, to design any personalized communication which they want to share it with any of the parent.
So,
I have one last point, because I can see the screen says time's up, and I forgot one important point, and that is to thank Meritto. I mean, this relationship goes back to 2016, I guess, 2017, when it began with an online application portal trying to solve the problem of physical application forms for the academic institutions. And I still remember those winter afternoons when the NPF team used to visit IMT Ghaziabad, and we used to have a chat. And it was the product team, and ever since then, that seed has grown into this big tree. And all of us are here. We are either using it currently or have used it in the past. And I'm sure whatever Suraj is going to announce today will solve a lot of problems for us, because that's what these guys have been doing.
so I would like to really thank all of you, right, for coming down and taking out time for this session. And I hope for all the participants out there, it would have been a very really insightful session. And we have a lot to come up. So thank you so much.